Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down big company filings so you don't have to. And today Soluna Holdings is making some interesting moves, like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, but with stock splits. So what exactly is going on with Soluna Holdings? We've got their latest report, and it's like a snapshot of what happened at their recent annual meeting on August 18, 2025. Think of it as the company telling us what the big decisions were and how the votes went down. Soluna Holdings Inc., also known as the registrant, is the company we are looking at here. They're incorporated in Nevada. That's just where they officially set up shop legally. And their stock, you can find it being traded on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. They've got common stock. It's like the most basic kind of ownership in the company. The par value being $0.1 per share is a really small nominal value, basically a technicality for accounting. They also have this thing called Series A Cumulative Perpetual Preferred Stock. This is a different kind of ownership, usually with special rights like getting paid dividends before common stockholders. Perpetual means it doesn't really have an end date. Now, they checked a box indicating they are not an emerging growth company, so they are past that startup phase and have to follow more established reporting rules. The main reason for this filing is to tell us about the outcome of their annual meeting of stockholders, which happened on August 18, 2025. Essentially, they wanted approval from their shareholders, the people who own the company, for a few key things. First up, they voted on who should be on their board of directors. These are the people who helped guide the company. They elected David C. Michaels as a director to serve for 3 years. It's a bit like choosing the captains of the ship. And the vote for him was pretty strong, with over 6.4 million votes for him. Matthew Lipman was also elected to the board for a similar 3-year term, and he also got a lot of votes, over 6.3 million in his favor. This tells us the current leadership is generally supported by the shareholders for at least the next few years. Now, here's where things get a bit more chunky. They proposed something called a reverse stock split proposal. What does that mean in simple terms? Imagine you have 10 $1 bills and you swap them for one $10 bill. The total value stays the same, but you have fewer bills. A reverse stock split does the same thing with company shares. Instead of having, let's say, 100 shares worth $1 each, you might end up with 10 shares worth $10 each. The idea is they are consolidating their shares. The new split ratio could be anywhere from 1 for 5 to 1 for 50. This is usually done to make the stock price look more substantial. A very low stock price can sometimes be seen as unhealthy by investors, and the shareholders gave this a big thumbs up with over 9.7 million votes in favor of this reverse stock split. Only about 1.4 million voted against it. This shows a strong preference for making the stock price higher through this consolidation. Then there was the adjournment proposal. This is like saying, hey, if we need more time to get things done, or if there's a problem, we vote to give ourselves the option to postpone the meeting. But again, the shareholders approved this with over 10.2 million votes for it. Finally, they put up for a vote the appointment of UALE as their independent registered public accounting firm. Think of these guys as the auditors who check the company's financial reports to make sure everything is accurate and honest. The shareholders ratified this appointment, meaning they agreed to keep UALE as their auditors. The vote to ratify the auditors was overwhelmingly in favor with over 10.6 million votes. This means the shareholders trust the work of their auditors. These votes were cast at the meeting held on August 18th, but the report itself was signed a few days later on August 20, 2025. And looking at the signature, we see John Tunison, the Chief Financial Officer, signed off on this report, essentially confirming all this information. So what does this all mean for Soluna Holdings? Well, the company is looking to make its stock price appear higher through a reverse stock split. This can sometimes attract bigger investors who might shy away from stocks with very low prices. However, it doesn't fundamentally change the value of the company itself, just the number of shares out there. The election of directors and approval of auditors show a smooth operation of corporate governance at this moment. But the big story here is the reverse stock split and what that signals about the company's strategy to perhaps appear more attractive in the market. We will have to watch if this move brings in new investors or changes how the stock performs in the long run. It's a strategic move, and time will tell if it's a successful one. Alright, that's our breakdown of Soluna Holdings' latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.